Hi, Miss Wang. Very nice to meet you today.
Thank you for having me today.
Yeah. First of all, congratulations on the success of the concert.
Thank you.
And I noticed that a lot of songs today you played have like the Chinese music roots. So what made you to do these options?
Yeah, because I like playing. I studied Western classical music when I was very young, but I always liked the Chinese music. Also, I like to explore the philosophies and the theories behind the music. So when I was in master degree, studied at a New England Conservatory, my professor guided me to explore the differences between Western music and East Asian music. And then I wrote an article about Zen, the music Zen, I Ching, and Western music. I found the connections between these compositions, and I felt it was very interesting. It attracted me a lot. And then I felt, for example, the being, sense of being, of like Zen, the theory of Zen. So that makes me felt, it's the elements of East Asian philosophy can be used in Western classical music. So after that, I'm gradually interested in being using more elements to combine the elements of East Asian philosophy and Western classical music. So that's why I chose the pieces for Chinese pieces and also Liszt's music, because they're all themed love. They all have the theme love. Some of the theme like love between people, and also love between people and nature, love between people and country. So these different themes looks like they're like East Asia and Western music. They're different, but at the end they're very harmonious. So I felt this set of pieces I hope the set of pieces can lead the audience to explore the differences, and also to bring them a magical journey. To found the sense of being, to found the love between the people, nature, and country.
Yeah, that's great. You definitely brought us on a journey today by the concert and the music, and I can hear like you try to convey the message you try to send us, and I found it very interesting that you found the connections between Western music and Chinese music. I also think that music is a very good bridge among different cultures, because it goes beyond language and other barriers. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think the different cultures are different cultures, they're different. Also, like the music, they're different, but they're connected. So that's why I thought at the end, the whole thing behind the different cultures is actually the same. So especially now, the globalization is becoming more and more popular. So I think all of the cultures can be involved, can be combined, and also can give people some new sense of the music, especially classical music. I think it will bring the new format to the audiences, and hope they can enjoy the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, as audience, I definitely enjoy the whole thing.
Thank you.
And I read something about your experience growing up learning piano, and how do you manage like your time in between like practicing piano and studying at school?
Yeah, at the beginning it's very, very hard, because like performance major, I studied performance majoring both piano and percussion, they all takes lots of time. And also academic study, school work, it also takes time. So the thing is, the time is always not enough. So I felt like my hands were injured, my arm were sore, but that's not a problem for me because the hardest thing for me is like after a day, I feel that I made a lot of effort and then didn't achieve my goals. So that takes like several years. After several years, I gradually found the balance between those things. And also I found like those things are connected. Everything actually is connected at the end, like the culture, like the music. So yeah, after I learned how to manage the time, I felt I can I can use half the time to do the lots of work. Yeah. So but that takes time, takes the idea, and also I used some of the philosophies, yeah, to help me to manage the time, to balance also like for the attitude, also the positive attitude towards all of the basic works. That's also important.
I see. Yeah. And what made you decide to study abroad?
That's actually an easy question. I just want a different life. I just want a wonderful life. Yeah, because when I was in high school, I had the chance to just get into. I was in Central Conservatory of Music in Beijing, which is one of the best, definitely one of the best music schools. But and also I got the chance to just get into the university directly without the auditions. So, but at that time I thought like when I was getting old, maybe when I like try to think back of my life, what my life will be, and then I felt it's good to try something different. Maybe it's good for me to try a different life. Studying abroad is kind of dangerous, it's challenging, but probably that's the thing I want. I mean, at least I need to try it. So yeah, that's the starting point of why I decided to study abroad.
I see. And you've been practicing piano for many years when you were back in China, and you also received education over here. Do you think like the music education in between the two countries
is different?
Yeah.
It's definitely different. Yeah, but I mean, they're all important. In China, teachers more focus on the technique. But technique is important for the children at the young age. Here, the teacher more focus on a musical aspect. So I think the combination of both should be great for a musician, for artists.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
And I'm also curious to learn your favorite musician. Do you have a favorite musician?
I have lots of musicians. I think, I mean, but favorite, that's a hard question. I think every musician has their own unique aspects, and I respect that.
Yeah.
I think every musician, they make effort in different aspects. So yeah.
Do you get like specific inspiration from like certain musicians?
I actually, talking about inspiration, I got inspiration from my previous experience last year, because I was filmed as the musician in a documentary movie in China, and which is awarded Best History Award in Paris this year.
Nice.
Yeah, but that experience actually gave me lots of inspiration, because when I went back to China, I had that chance to live in a mountain, and I had the experience to watch the sceneries and get the feelings from the nature. So that's also important. Also during the COVID, because I was involved in lots of charity activities. For example, the musicians related concert for coronavirus, and also the peace award for the call for the peace event, which I performed and communicated with the children around 60 countries in the world. And also I took part in Women's Summit, and I give a speech to encourage people to take social responsibility and encourage them to pursue their dreams. And besides that, also the Metaverse, the world first Metaverse Latin festival. So all of this actually give me the inspiration of initiating this concert, Love and Peace. Yeah, I felt music has the power to encourage people, especially during coronavirus. I hope people can be recovered from the trauma they experienced by performing, by listening to the music. So yeah, so my theme is like love, all about the love, as I said before. So that gave me an inspiration for the concert.
Okay, I see. That's great. And I have one last question. It's like personally, I'm very curious that you've been practicing all the classics and you've been like properly trained in that. I'm just curious, have you tried playing in jazz band, like the improv, that kind of thing?
I tried lots of different things, especially that's a funny thing during coronavirus, because people had nothing to do. We had to stay at home, and then I tried the different like MIDI, like electronic music, and yeah, I think especially for young people nowadays, we need to explore the different formats of music. We need to do something new and creative, because I also studied percussion before as a professional. So I combined both percussion and piano. Also, for the New Year's Gala in China Education TV, that was like several years ago, I combined the different percussion, piano, and electronic music. Yeah, I think there are lots of formats. It's good to try.
Yeah. So which way you like better, like more like improv or like among the things you tried, do you have?
Yeah, I don't hate any kind of music. Yeah, like the musician, I think every aspect just needs the effort. So I really respect all of the formats. I personally like to try. I like pop. I like pop. Yeah, other than classical music, and also the electronic music and jazz music. Yeah.
All right, it's very interesting to hear that, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
And sharing your stories. It's an honor to have you, and I wish you all the success in your upcoming career events.
Thank you.
Thank you.